Do you have a framework for evaluating who you do and do not work with? And then how do you handle outgrowing clients? There have been clients where maybe we took them on and was like, you know what, we're not in alignment, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's so much better to just refund and move on. The two biggest things that will hurt your business is that you can kill your business having the wrong team and taking the wrong clients. And they cost so much more than they're worth. Like, I had to learn that through experience. I've had clients that I wanted to take on because I want to help them, or clients that I've taken on because maybe the price tag was intriguing. I ended up paying for more in the time, the effort, the heartache, and it's never worth it. So for us, the same way that we have like a company culture, we need to have a client culture that we want to create. We really try to make it clear in our onboarding when we take on a client and in our emails when we approach every client that we are building a relationship that is aligned, kind of like you're dating. If you want to go on a second date with someone, you obviously get to know them, make sure that you're on the same kind of forward mission and you want to do the same things in life together. Like, it's the same thing with your sales process, that in your messaging, in your webinar, or whatever the conversion process is, that you have this push-pull language. And I've actually had just blatant things in my webinars where I've said, hey, we're not about this. Like we're not about flash in the pan metrics. If that's something you want, then that's not what we're here for. We're here for longevity ROI. We're here for building a brand, not a buzz. So we try to just make that very clear from the get-go. And I think that when you're creating content, it's actually gonna naturally repel and attract the right people. Push-pull language is a really good thing. And you might want to have some boundaries around what your culture actually is. Like in our courses and our programs, we have this thing where we're like, we're the 1%. We do the things that 99% are not willing to do. We're not status quo. We are not ordinary. And I think that that's also going to pull in the people, attract the people that want that. And then there's also a ton of people that don't want that. Like, there's people who are like, I'm super happy with status quo. I do not want to leave my comfort zone. And that's really cool. We still love them. We don't serve them and they won't buy from us. And like, we're not offended by that either. In our business, we have values that our team reviews every Monday on our leadership meetings. And I'll share some of those with you, our core values. One of them is optimize for generosity. We exceed expectations and leave a big reputation in the industry led by over-the-top dedication to our clients and team. So let's say like in a job interview, we share these values and we're like, this is how we operate. And someone's like, I don't align with that. Like, they're gonna weed themselves out. We actually had an interview with a potential employee once. This is when Steve and I had our business together. Steven had a value in our company about capitalism. And if you know Steven's brand is the Capitalist Pig, which is definitely a big hook. It's people see that and it's either a massive push or pull language. There's people that love capitalism and there's people that think it's awful. But if you know Steven, his tagline under the Capitalist Pig is get rich, give back. Like, there's a reason to get rich. So when this candidate had the interview, he actually responded to us saying, hey, this isn't the right opportunity for me because I'm not interested in lining my boss's pockets with cash. Which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but ultimately we're like, okay, this isn't the right opportunity for either of us. Like, how great that they were willing to just speak out and weed themselves out. The second part of the question was, how do you handle outgrowing clients? Typically, when we're working with clients, we want them to be growing past us. Like, if we provide a service and they're like, amazing, now I have so much traffic, I need to figure out how to do better operations and handle better fulfillment. I can point you in the right direction, but that might not be my specific expertise. I would hope that my clients outgrow me, but I can speak to like having clients that, you know, maybe weren't the right fit aligned from the get-go. Maybe they have different priorities. Maybe when you started working together, some scarcity or external stuff came up in their life or something like that. In those situations, I've been very happy to just like let things go. I wish you well. Here's what I can leave you with. Here's how I can help you moving forward. And feel free to come back whenever's a good time. If anyone were to request saying like, hey, this isn't a good fit for me, I really care more about the person and the relationship and their well-being instead of like, well, I'm gonna take you to collections. Like, I don't think that's a very spiritual way to deal with business. I think business is a game of personal development. It is a spiritual pursuit. Like, that is the basis of what business is about, helping people enough, caring about their problems enough, and finding a solution for them. So I hope that answered your question. The recap of that is aligning with core values, making decisions from a human level, not a financial level, making sure that the boundaries of scope and expertise are very clear. And if they want something outside of that, then it's like, it's clear if you can or cannot do it. And if there's an addition to the contract that has to be made, because of that additional request, making sure above all, you're protecting the reputation and the relationship and seeing the long-term potential. Like if this isn't someone that you would want to spend the next 10 years with, why are you spending the next 10 minutes with? Maybe that's an exaggeration, but something that I like to think of in my business is like, would I hire this person all over again? If not, why are they on the team? Would I want to work with this client a year from now? Well, if not, why am I working with them today? I want to think of long-term potential that I would rather have set up from the beginning, that I am working with clients that I am fueled by, inspired by, that we love working together, and as a result have open communication and a strong bond and good relationships. Now that you have a framework for dream clients versus nightmare clients, click here to watch this video on how to get more clients.